Test 1, 2. All right, welcome to Geisler Hockey as we try to figure out YouTube Live today. No idea what I'm doing. Got a new camera, new computer, all sorts of fun stuff. See if we can figure this out. I got Jamie's going to help me run the camera, hopefully. Zamboni on the ice. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes for the start of the game. Holy moly, the new sound system at Blaine's South Rink is awfully loud. And crystal clear. I guess that's what 60 grand gets you. Welcome to Geisler Hockey. As the 12A Bengals host the Andover Huskies. Blaine on the season, 15-4-1. Andover still winless on the season. Having a tough start to the year. Today's the 2025 second annual Girls Hockey Day here in Blaine. We have over 11 games throughout the day. My wife is talking to me. Hold on. What now? All right, the whistle blows. I got 20 seconds dropping the puck, as I said. Second annual Girls Hockey Day. A little bit of a rivalry day as we're hosting 8 different Andover teams, 8 at the youth level, and then JV and varsity game at 5 and 7 o'clock. All youth hockey players that come to tonight's game gets in free, or I should say get in free, wearing a Blaine hockey jersey. First 150 kids will receive a gift bag, raffle tickets. We got vendors here today, all sorts of fun stuff. 4 o'clock going to be a pizza party, as well as a group picture with the varsity and JV teams at about 4:15. 5 o'clock JV game, that'll be live tonight on NSPN.TV, hosted by or play-by-play by yours truly, as well as the varsity game at 7 o'clock. Get a chance, come on down to Fogarty Arena for our second annual Girls Hockey Day. Harper and Bree at home today, recovering. Hopefully you both get better soon and get back to the rink as we get ready to drop the puck. Lindsey Beam looks like Hasling on the far side with Geisler and Caven back at D as Andover steps through this faceoff. Takes a quick shot in on net, and we're going to get a goal just like that off of the opening faceoff. That one's going to slide underneath Fulton, putting up Andover 1-0 with a slow sliding puck. Coach Brad on the bench talking to the defense, got a pinch down on her. As that shot, nobody was even ready for it as Andover dumps this puck into the Bengal zone, picked up by Keel. She'll snap this off the backside of the boards, gets caught behind the net. But Haynes there to slide it up far side towards Hasling. Hasling can't clear the zone. Tips back on the half wall, picked up by Andover at the top of the circle. They'll fire up a shot and blocked by Keel. Didn't catch the name of the goal scorer. I would call Andover's last names, but they got these dark jerseys. You cannot read the number on the back of them. Face-off just outside the Bengal zone, slides right over onto the stick. Didn't catch who that was, but it's going to be Ellie Steiner now. She'll get it across it on the right side, centers it all the way across over towards Emma. And she looks to slide this one back towards the D, comes off her stick, picks it back up, slides back to Caven. Caven will walk around a defender, little backhanded shot in front of the net, loose puck picked up by Andover. We're going to have a 2-on-1, but we got Caven coming back with a great back check. Pokes that one away, loose puck picked up on the near side by Andover. Caven's clearing shot, blocked by a set of knee pads at the top of the slot, and they'll throw another one into the near side corner. Leedens throws this one up the wall, held in by the defense by Andover. Now Geisler in the near side corner. Andover able to dump this one back in deep behind the net, picked up by Georgia. Georgia slides it up the wall, and it ends up on the stick of Steiner. Gives her up to Liebens. Liebens will get taken down from behind, and they're going to call a pretty weak penalty here, but the Bengals will take it as they find themselves down 1-0 against Andover. If the sound is too loud, not loud enough, music's too loud, just shoot me a text as I figure out the inputs and outputs with this new system as Lindsay takes a face-off draw on the near side corner. Comes back to Keogh now. Keogh back over to Hain. Hain dumps it down to Haffel on the right side. For Beam, she walks this one in, centers it out front, and Lindsay couldn't get enough on it. Loose puck, top of the slot. Ari Lindsay now fingers. Slides her way through a little bit of traffic, and we're going to get a goal for the Bengals. Off of the stick of Zoe Beam off of a rebound. Bengals tied this one up 1-1. Minute 45 into the game. We got a tie 1-1 on the first shot for Blaine. They'll put one in the back of the net. Bengals tied up 1-1 against the Huskies. Lindsay pushes this one towards the near side. Andover will pick it up, comes back on the Ari stick. She'll step through a little bit of traffic right up through the middle. Here comes Ari Lindsay on the right side, gets it tipped away. Now Beam will throw one towards the net. And that'll come off a set of knee pads, and Andover will come back out 2-on-2 towards Fulton in net for the Bengals. Keogh behind her own net. Nice hard pass off the far side wall. Nice job by the defenseman of Andover to pinch down and keep that puck in the zone. Bengals will try the near side now. Loose for Hain, gives it to Keogh on the other side. Keogh will skate this one up and out towards the line and tipped up ahead by Kill. And it'll bounce back on the Max stick. She finds Steiner coming off the bench. Steiner does a nice job working up the near side wall. Loose puck, center ice, picked up by Caven. Caven will come across the line on the far side. Bengals do a nice job holding up, staying on side as Steiner will come down on the near side corner with Liebens. Huskies come away with that puck. A nice job on the far side by Ainsley Caven as she pinches down to hold that puck in the zone. Slides back to Caven again. It's centered out front and tipped high in the air by Liebens into the near side corner. Liebens centering pass slides all the way through, and Hasling had a chance on the back door. Andover comes away with the puck, brings it outside. 11:53 to play in period number 1. All tied up 1-1. At Girls Hockey Day 2025. Now Steiner on the far side half wall. Let's see if I can get this to zoom in a little bit.
Scoring for Blaine, number 17, Zoe Bean, assisted by Bexley Kill.
Bexley Kill with the assist on Zoe's goal there, not Ari. Nice job by a couple first-year players for the Bengals. 11:32 to play. Still just one shot on net for both teams. As this one gets dumped into the Bengals zone on the far side. Back behind the net to Hain. Hain and Bean battle. Tassis back towards the line, held in by Andover. They'll try the right side now. Takes us down low towards the net. Now it's back behind. Hain off of the near side wall. Andover putting some good pressure on the Bengals right now as Lindsay comes over to Beam on the near side. Now Emma Andrews got a free one. Kicks it up ahead, but that'll go over to the far side boards as she tries to dump it into the zone. Andover dumps her right back out to neutral ice. This one will slide in on Amelia, and she's going to get the paddle down, no matter how slow that one was going, to get that covered up. 10:46 to play in period 1. Try to get less of the up high. More like that. You can zoom in a little bit. You can't see the players' numbers. You can't see who they are. This puck will come out to neutral ice. Geisler will pick it up, takes it up in on her right side. Keeps it on her stick, dumps it down low, back behind the net. Gets tripped up in the process. Steiner turns around, fires a shot, and it slides through the crease into the near side corner. Liebens covering for Georgia, back at D, comes down. Comes out to neutral ice. Now Caven, far side for Kill. Kill will flip one in on net. And the netminder for the Andover Huskies will cover that one up. 10:13 to play in the first period. Dennis says zoom out, it's too close. We're trying to figure out the zoom here. Dennis has got old eyes, so we figured we'd give him a chance to see it better, but it's too close for him apparently. Here comes Geisler chasing a puck down back into her own zone with that beautiful stride she has there. I'd like to pick on her about that. Loose puck, neutral ice. Hasling taps it over to Lindsay. Lindsay gets it across center line. Steps on a stick, and Andover will dump this puck back out to Caven. Caven on the near side for Hain. Hain up to the line, and she'll dump it in deep for the Bengals. Loose puck back behind the net. Huskies will get there first. They'll hit the brakes, come back to the near side. Off of the bench comes Andrews. She'll pick that puck up off of the half. All centers it out front, and Lindsay got her stick lifted just before she could toss that one in towards the net. Loose puck back to Keogh. Over to Hain. Got Liebens up here on the right side, but a player just came off the bench for Andover and stepped in front and poked that one away. Now Hain off the near side wall. Steiner will get it across the line. Picked up by Andrews. Loose puck. Slides to the far side. Mack down low. Quick shot off of Mack's stick. Blocked by a skate, and it's loose in front. Bengals with a couple of shot opportunities and a nice block shot by a defenseman for the Huskies. Keogh. That's Hain. Fires another one in on net for the Bengals. Hain will chase one down, taps it off the wall. Loose puck at center ice. Matt Keogh steps up to the line, chips it off of the wall, trying to get this one in deep. We got a mess of players over there as the Bengals finally tap this one in on the far side of the ice. Held in by Liebens. Comes off her stick now. Back towards the line. Held in by Mack. And finally fired out by the Huskies. Chased down by Geisler. 8:08 to play, period number 1. Bengals and Huskies 1-1. Geisler throws it back behind the net. It's her and Mack switch sides there. Mack trying to get off the bench, still here. Now Ari Lindsay on the right side. A nice little poke check by a defender for Andover. A centering pass by Lindsay gets taken away. Quick shot as Beam hits the ice. Just missed the far side of the net. Loose puck for Beam, top of the circle, on top of the slot. Shot for Beam, just missed the left side post. Loose back behind for Lindsay. Lindsay, nice pass out to Kill. Kill flips it in towards the net. 2 shots, 3 shots. Loose puck in front of the net, cleared out by Andover at the last second. And there we got a goal. I did not see as I was putting shots on net. Bengals go up 2-1. Or I lied. The goalie covered it. I don't know what I'm doing. Take that score off there. Loose puck rung around the near side. Geisler will come flying down on the right side. Picks up the loose puck back behind the net. Centers it out front. And the goalie poked that one away, and Andover will pick it up and skate this one out of the zone on the near side. Now Ari Lindsay is going to spend a minute and a half in the box for checking at center ice. Penalty Bengals. Ari Lindsay. Let's try this. It says I can do a penalty, but I don't know how to start the time. I have no idea. Let's see what happens here. I guess that don't work. How do I start that clock? Yeah, that didn't work. Trying to get too fancy with my new scoreboard. Hasling holds that one in the Husky zone. Now dumped in by Steiner. Loose back behind her own net. 6:35 to play. Minute to go on the penalty by Lindsay. Nice job by Ellie Steiner. Back checking. Pokes that one away as Keogh dumps it back into the Husky zone. They're going to try the middle here. Steiner with nice pressure on the far side. Loose puck picked up by Kinsley Hain. Tries to kick that one up ahead and dumps it off on the right side as Ari's body checking penalty gets called over the speakers. Loose puck near side corner. Liebens doing it on her own here on the penalty kill. Puck has been in Andover zone for the first minute of this penalty. As now they'll get it out of the zone, 2-on-2 with Caven and Geisler on the ice. Poke past Georgia, near side, picked up by Emma Andrews, back behind her own net, got a little space. See if she takes off. She will on the far side. Pokes it up ahead of herself, gets it across half. I always want to say half court. It's not half court. It's the center line. That one gets poked by Georgia. Oh, wow. Caven got tripped up. They're going to call the penalty. Hand in the air. Blaine back to full strength, and now we're going to get a tripping call on Andover. And the Bengals will go on a power play. Tied up 1-1 with Andover. 5:29 to play in period number 1. As I said, it's Girls Hockey Day here, second annual. Loose puck for Lindsay behind the net, leans into a player, gets it out front, circles around, fires off a shot into the chest. Off a deflection. Andover behind their own net. They'll try to far side. Kill gets over to cut it off. Caven comes down to give her a hand. As Andover tosses it over to the near side, Geisler tries to get there before they can clear this one out of the zone, and Lindsay comes back to give her a hand and holds this one in. Lewis near side half wall, picked up by Beam, tipped away. As Geisler, Beam, and Lindsay. Lindsay tries to sneak in and steal one. She does. Here comes Ari Lindsay, gets around a defenseman. Backhanded shot by Lindsay. That could go in. No, it doesn't. Goalie sits on it, holds it out of the net. 4:48. 49 seconds remaining on the power play. This puck comes up to the line, held in by Hain. Now Andover will fire it out. Kanekio back behind her own net. Looking for some room, fires it up towards the middle. Steiner slides in near side for Liebens. Liebens back up to Steiner, but that went off of a leg of Andover. Now Hasling, Steiner, rocket shot, and another save. Up into the chest protector. 19 seconds remain on the power play for the Bengals. 4:18 in the period. Ellie Steiner will take this face off. Back towards Keogh. Keogh waits, slides it down to Hasling. Hasling back up high to Hain. Hain slides one towards the net. Liebens gives it a stop, slides one towards the net, and it goes past the left post, and Andover will clear this puck out and be back at full strength by the time Mack picks this puck up behind her own net.
Andover, full strength.
Ooh, looking for somewhere to go with it. Bengals clear it out to neutral ice. Steiner will step in front of an Andover player on the left side from the circle. Centers it out front. Liebens taps it towards the net. It's still loose and it's going to go in the back. As Liebens stays with it. Beautiful pass by Steiner. Liebens on the back door with the tap-in goal. Bengals up 2-1. 11 minutes and 17 seconds into period 2. Bengals go up 2-1 over the Huskies. Back to Geisler. Geisler near side for Beam. Beam taps her into the zone, not deep. Geisler flies in there, gets it down towards the line. She'll battle right offsides. Uh-oh. Lindsay had an opportunity to go back in the box there, but now Andrews on the right side. Andover fires this one back towards the line. Geisler will tap it in, but be offsides as that one came just across the line. Lindsay gets it into the zone, works it to the top of the slot, splits through a set of defenders from the goal line, looking for a centering pass up front for Beam, and that's going to be another goal for the Bengals. Beautiful pass by Ari Lindsay, and Beam's second goal of the game. Bengals go up 3-1 over Andover just 42 seconds after their last goal. Up 3-1. Over that scare in the first 5 seconds of the game, falling down by 1. Now up by 2 with 3 to play in the first. Steiner pulls this back to Mack, slides it just past the stick of Kill. Andover now retreats back behind their own net, hits the brakes. Kill with pressure on the far side, pokes that one away, slides it to the front of the net. Backhanded shot by Liebens, but her stick was picked up as the Huskies will toss this ultra neutral ice. We'll change possession a couple times. Hain picks up the loose puck, taps it up to Liebens. Liebens looks left, sees Kill, slides it over towards Kill, and it just went off of a stick or a set of skates. Couldn't get the shot off. Deflected just out front. Now Liebens battles back behind the net. Steiner comes to give her a hand. Andover Huskies tosses back towards the line. Mack couldn't quite hold on to that one, but Steiner's there. Going to find Liebens on the near side, I'm guessing. Nope, she'll hold on to it. Comes across, top of the slot. Nice backhanded shot. Rebound for Liebens. Can't get enough on it. Centered out front again. Liebens is just sitting on the back door. That one will slide all the way back out to Mack, and she'll dump it in deep in the far side corner. As Andover's going to try the near side. Hain will pinch down. Comes back to Ari out the bench. Quick shot high right. And loose in the far side corner. Liebens sees Hain. Back to the line. Hain fires another one in on net, and a blocker save to the far side. 13 shots for the Bengals in period number one. Now Ari Lindsay steps in front. Here comes Lindsay. Quick little snapshot. And that one goes into the glove. A minute and a half to play in period number one at Fogarty Arena. Andover's going to dump this one out. They're going to get called for an icing here. 1:21 to play. Shot from the point from Caven gets blocked. Loose in the far side corner. Back up the line towards Caven. Taps it back down low. Picked up by Andover. They're going to try the near side as Geyser's there to pick up the loose puck at center ice. Flips it up the wall to Beam. Beam tries to get her to Lindsay. Lindsay will get a hold of it. Splits a set of defenders. Lindsay from the right side. Can she lean in? Nope. Grabs a loose puck. Battles down loose in the corner. Oh, Ari got tripped up hard that time. Geyser comes down to give a hand, but that one's going to slide all the way out of the zone and picked up by Caven. She sees Hasling on the far side. Steps around a defender, slides it up towards Riley now, and she's going to dump this one into the zone, and it pops right back out with 30 seconds to play in the first period. Andover dumps this one in deep, 20 seconds to go. Bengals can't let up here. Caven in the corner now. Andover slides this one out, picked up by Steiner. She's got 13 seconds to go end to end, now 10 left in the first period. Andover will dump this one back in. Caven does a smart play and gets it back out to neutral ice as Andover will dump this one in, end of period number one. Bengals up 3-1 over to Andover Huskies. period number 2 underway. Bengals win that face-off. Come up on the near side for Andrews. Dumps it across the line, steps in front, dumps it in front of the net. Loose puck for Beam. And now get kicked off into the far side corner. Bengals up 3-1 after period number 1. 14 shots on goal for the Bengals. And still only one shot for Andover. It's really hard to run all these buttons and try to keep the score. I got 3 different screens open on the computer. Trying to make things fancy. Uh-oh, don't hit that button. What did I just do here? Please forgive me if I screw this up. There we go. Back live. Geisler's paying attention now. Dumped out in front of the net. Beam turns around out the face-off dot. Tries to get a shot off. Gets bumped off the puck. As Andover tosses this one back to the line for Hain. And she'll dump it near side boards. Picked up by Lindsay. Lindsay takes it in on the left side. Stop at a slot, and Lindsay will sail one past the left side post. She got too excited as she had all sorts of room there. Now Andover will fire one off from the top of the circle, but that goes into the glove of Fulton for only the second shot of the game for Andover. On the ice for the Bengals, Ainsley Caven sliding out, playing defense today with Georgia. Andover wins that face-off, fires one far side corner. Now we got 2 defensemen over there. Both Geisler and Caven are right-handed players. Forgot what side of the ice they were on. Andover comes away with a puck, loses it. Picked up by Leven. She'll get it out to neutral ice. Geisler comes across the line, far side, top of the circle. Takes it down low, back behind the net. Still has possession of the puck, walks this one around, tries to move it in towards the middle, slides it towards the net into the set of skates, and Andover will do a nice job of getting this one out into the Bengal zone. Picked up by Caven. Caven slides it just across the line. Andover has to retreat out not to get caught off sides, and Steiner will take advantage of that and get it into the Husky zone. Andover dumps it back out to neutral ice as Keogh fires it up the near side boards. And we got a little bit of back and forth puck. Beam gets a hold of it, tries to slide it past the defender on the far side, but Andover going to get called for an icing here as we tick down to 12:15 to play in period number 2. Bengals with a 2-goal lead. Uh-oh. Something's wrong with the stream, huh? Crap. I got the wrong game on. Uh-oh. We lost the stream here. Yeah. No, I'm just an idiot. I must have clicked something. Lindsay now. Let me know if you lose the stream. You can call and yell at me. Lindsay will fire one off from the top of the circle on the far side and go wide left. Holds this one in the zone though. Haslam dumps it in deep as a couple of forwards get a change for the Bengals. Oh my. Freebie went through the top of the slot. As Hain looks for somewhere to go with this one. Gets it just out front. They're going to wave off the ice, and that should have been an icing call if it would have made it to the line. Centering pass intercepted by Andover. They'll go all the way up through the middle, but Geisler will tap this one away. Brings it out far side, just out in front of Ellie Steiner, but she'll catch up to it. On the right side, Halfall centers it out. Woo! Wow. Emma Andrews went for the one-timer. Now we got a race up the right side. Fulton with save number 1. It's a loose puck in front, still sitting there. It's going to get cleared by Steiner. As somehow Andover got a little breakaway there. And Emma Andrews, we're going to call a tip one here. Icing will be waved off as the coaches from Andover do not like that call. They'll come out with it on the far side. Back towards Hain. Catches a tape, a beam, 3-on-2, slid across, kill, can she bury it? Oh, up into the mask, backhanded shot, another save for Andover. 2 quick shots for the Bengals and 2 nice saves for the goalie for the Huskies. Mack steps across the line right side. Look at this snapshot. Beautiful snapshot, just couldn't get through the line. Love that play by Keogh. Loose puck behind the net, picked up by Andover. They'll dump it out on the right side. Little race on the near side for Lindsay. She'll get there first. Goes back behind her own net, looks to pick up some speed, and here comes Ari Lindsay up through the middle of the ice. She's got Kill to the left, Beam to the right, slides through a set of defenders, tries to chip one towards the net, but that'll get blocked. And comes right back out to neutral ice, and Hain will dump this one in, and we're going to get an offside center ice faceoff coming. 9:32 to go in the game. Andover ends up with the puck after the faceoff. Geyser steps up to poke it away, but Steiner gives her a hand. Now comes Danny Liebens up the right side, tips it into the zone. Steiner from the right side faceoff dot, centers it up front for Kill. What a pass and what a goal. Bengals will go up 4-0 on a highlight one-timer off of the stick of Hasling. Bengals go up 4-1. 5:44. 5:44 to go, or 5:44 to period 2. Bengals up 4-1. If that music there is too loud, somebody let me know, because it's so loud here I can't tell if I'm hearing it through my headphones or if I'm just hearing it. It looked like we got an icing opportunity. Nope, we got a race right to the line. The refs blow off the icing, centered out towards Hasling, tipped away, loose for her. She'll go off the back of the top of the net. Liebens fires off a shot, and that won't get there. Hasling dumps it over to the far side corner. Geyser will slide down. Works her way through a little magic. Backhanded shot for Geisler. And the goalie squeezes down on that one. 8:40 to play in period number 2. Face off far side corner. Bengals dump it down towards the corner. Loose puck at center ice onto the stick of Andrews. Chips a little shot down in on net. Kick to the near side corner. Excuse me, I'm burping. Andover player here with a little bit of speed carries this puck out on the far side. She'll get called for an offsides. Didn't catch that number. Number 12, that's Kaylee Kangas. That's Shannon's daughter. Shannon's one of the head coaches for the Andover Huskies, also the girls director over there. In her first year in that role. Spent many hours on the phone trying to figure out the season this year with Andover and many other directors. A lot of work goes into that position. Loose puck, tap down towards the top of the circle. Andover has it, loses it to Haynes. She'll fire it out off of the wall. That'll go off the ref skate. Tried to help us with the icing, but we're going to get an icing call on the Bengals. 7:42 to play in period number 2. Holy. Face off to Fulton's right side. Pulled back towards Amelia, and she's going to put the glove on that one. We'll try this again. Loose puck off of the face-off. Good job there. I think that was by Kill lifting up a stick. Bengals come away with it. Caven will bring it in on the left side. Chip. Woo, wow. Steiner hanging around on the back door there. Had an opportunity as Caven will go down low. Looks like we've got some position changes here as Hasling comes back to D. That one comes off Geyser's skate, holds onto it, dumps it back down for Steiner. From the top of the circle, Steiner off her stick again. Still fights back for it and gets it back down below the goal line on the far side of the ice. Geisler walks in, looking for another backhanded shot. Gives it back to Hasling. Nice job by Riley there. Waited for the opportunity, and we'll get a couple quick shots by the Bengals as Steiner will get bodied into the net. Scorekeeper over there isn't generous as I am. He's only got 19 on the board. Face off near side corner in the Husky zone. Slides back to Mack. Loose puck still bouncing around. Gets cleared out through neutral ice. Hain heads back to pick up the loose puck. Back behind her own net. Off the far side. Intercepted by the Huskies. Comes back to Kinsley though. Off of Kinsley. Back to Kinsley. Kinsley slides it up the wall. Too far out in front for Liebens. As Fulton kicks one to the far side corner. Bengals finally get this puck out of the zone just in front of their bench. But Andover gets her back into Bengal territory as Keogh fires this one across the ice. A loose puck picked up by Andover again. Lindsay with some nice little moves through center ice. Over to the right side. Now here comes Ari. Pipes it. Lindsay off the pipe. I'll pick on her later for that. Now Danny, top of the slot. Waits, fires. Over the top again. Deflected. Huskies now with the puck on the far side. Weaving through a little bit of traffic. We got a 3-on-2 back the other way. Kane and Keogh. Kane. That's Hain, not Kane. And a quick save. Oh no. We're going to get an icing call. Or not. I don't know why they waved that one off. Steiner will batter far side. Quick shot off of the stick of Kill, I believe. Now Hasling dumps her, tries to dump her back low, gets intercepted on the half wall, and this comes out through neutral ice, and guys will retreat into their own zone to pick up the loose puck. Pressured by two Huskies. Gets it up far side for Beam. Beam now gets it across the line, pokes it down towards the corner. She's got Caven in front of the net. She'll get shoved up onto the wall. Now Geisler gets turned around. Needs to hustle back. Coming back on the back check is Caven as well. A great job by Ainsley. She'll poke that one away and comes over to the near side corner back towards Ains. She'll pinch it a Husky up against the wall. Like I said, I printed off the roster for Andover. Hoping to call some names for them, but these jerseys they're sharp, but they're horrendous. At the same time, trying to get a number to say who's who. Geisler, far side corner. She's going to skate this one up. Looking for a pass. Nobody there. She'll carry it in on her right side. Ooh, little dangle move. Got her on one, but not around player two. Tapped out to neutral ice. Back towards Hasling. She'll chip it up off of the wall. Floats back towards her. Comes over towards the near side. Pressured by Emma Andrews. Nice job there, Emma. Danny Liebens with the puck. Tipped away, back loose behind the net. Runner on the board's far side. Nice pass to the near side for Keogh. Walk that in, Keogh. She has a really fantastic snapshot. Uh-oh, Andrews, nice job, gets back online. On sides. We've only been at the rink for 5 hours so far, so it's going to be a long day. Near side for Kill. Kill's shot just hit the bottom side of the glove. 3:13 to play. Loose in front again. Picked off by Andover, and they're going to bring it out on the near side. Let's get a number there. Oh, that's Maddie. Number 8, Maddie Caniff. I think that was 8. Might have been 18 though. Andrews with the pirouette in center ice trying to find the puck, and Liebens will dump it in on the near side boards. Andover trying to get a 6-man penalty. Take advantage of the Bengals trying to get off the ice. Dumped in far side. Chased down by our number 8. Kinsley Hain tries to go up the near side wall, gets tipped high in the air, and dumped back in deep behind the net for Riley. Good patience by Hasling there. Gets it out of the zone up to neutral ice. It'll get back, dumped back in towards her though. She comes back behind the net. She's got Steiner on the near side. Nice pass off of the boards. And Andover dumps it back down for Riley again. She tries the near side one more time. Back to Riley. Riley to Steiner. The video ain't glitching. Just a couple back and forth passes. 1:48 to go in the period. Bengals up 4-1 over Andover. Bengals on the day undefeated to this point to Andover, hoping and praying the varsity as well as the JV and get a win this afternoon or evening. Caven, couple nice passes by the Bengals. Now Danny Liebens comes off of her stick, looks to backhand it towards the net. Lindsay collects it behind her own net, far side, hits the brakes, centers it out front, one-timer's no good. As Geyser's way down there, what's she doing down there? And an icing call coming here on Andover. If that puck makes it to the line, it's going to sneak down there, and we're going to get an icing call. 1:06 to play in the second period. It's kind of loud right in front of that speaker, isn't it? Oh, it's cold too. Get your hands off me, woman. We're in public. Just kidding. Back towards Hain. Hain over to the near side for Keogh. Keogh brings it to the top of the line, and there's that snapshot I've been looking for. Great shot by Keogh. Couple rebound tap opportunities, but the netminder for the Huskies will keep that out. Need gloves. Centered by Liebens. Backhanded shot coming by Beam, but she can't pull the trigger. Back to Beam. Turn around. Fire this one off, kid. There goes Beam. Into the Huskies' crest, though, and she's going to hold on to that one. 45 seconds to go in period 2. Daluge will tie up a Bengal in the far side corner. Andrews comes back towards Mack. She spins around, dumps it into the near side corner back towards Andrews, but Lieben is there. Lieben to Andrews. Andrews back up to Keogh. Picks it up off of the wall. Got an opportunity here. Tip puck. And another save for the Huskies. Back towards Keogh. Dump back into the far side. Andover steps in front of a passer. Gets it across the line. Chipped away by Beam. Now it's loose at center ice. Dumped in now. And this one will end up back behind Fulton with 7 seconds to play. Bengals don't want an opportunity given up here. As Kinsey go back behind her own net. End of period 2. Bengals score one more, up 4-1. 23 shots on net for the Bengals, 5 to this point for Andover. And let's see if we can put the logo on. Ah, look at that. Back here in about a minute and a half for period number 3. Back live at Fogarty Arena. Bengals with the face-off win. Uh-oh, I got the logo on there still. Wife says take it off. Got her. Loose puck in the far side corner for Geisler to collect. She'll get tied up in the corner, gets it out, up the line towards Kill, but the defense will pinch down. And a quick shot and a save for Fulton, and no. That one goes off the blocker, up over the corner, and into the net. Goal number 2 for Andover, just 21 seconds. End of the third period. Bengals let Andover climb back into the most dangerous league in hockey. 2 goals. That one took a goofy bounce off of the wall, but a good pass over to Liebens. Slides through the defenders, gets poked away. Now Lindsay looked to dump it one back down into the corner, but Andover will shove it up the far side wall. Now Liebens. Lindsay fires off a shot, and the same thing happened to the Andover goalie, in and out of the glove. Bengals get that goal back to go up 5-2. Just about 15 seconds after Andover's goal. Bengals get that one back, up 3 on a goal by R.A. Lindsay. Andover tosses this one up, sneaks into the Bengals zone, but it gets fired right back out by Keogh. And back to Keogh again. Keogh's going to get this over to Hain. Hain from her own end of the ice, comes up near side for Beam, comes off of her stick. She battles back, gets it. Oh, and she's going to take a big check, and we're going to get a penalty. No, they're not going to call that. Beam got lit up there. Just across the line, no call. Offsides is called, though. 13:51 to play in the final period at Fogarty Arena. Geisler to Hasling, Hasling to Andrews. Andrews stepped on that puck. That one will come out on the far side, picked up by Andover at center ice. Andrews fires this one back down. I don't see the arm up. Now I do, and we're going to get an icing call on Blaine. Girls Hockey Day today. Come on down to Fogarty Arena. We got face painting, arts and crafts, a couple of different vendors here. We got a pizza party at 4 o'clock, as well as a JV and varsity hosting Andover this evening at 5 and 7. Both of those games can be watched on NSPN.TV. For only $25 a year, you get approximately 1,500 different games. As a shot and a rebound sits out front. Steiner couldn't get a hold of it, and we're going to get an icing call here on Andover. Here's the Bengals with another opportunity there. Just bounced over the top of Steiner's stick. Look at the defensive change for the Bengals as Keogh and Hain join Caven, Andrews, and Steiner up at forward. Back to Mack, over to Hain. Hain dumps it down in front. Caven gets that one poked away just before she can pull the trigger and put the Bengals up 4. Back towards Keogh. Keogh dumps it back down into the corner. Andrews is there, slides it out front. It slides through the slot all the way back up high, but picked up by Andover, and they'll exit the zone and get it poked away by Hain just across center ice. Back to loose puck, center ice, picked up by Deluge for Andover, takes it down into the corner. Mack takes it away from her, pops it up the far side boards. But it'll be loose in the corner for Lindsay to pick up. Comes over to the near side for Steiner. Poked away from Lindsay. Lewis at center ice and dumped into the far side corner. Mack's not going to get that call, up 5-2. Although she was tripped on the far side boards. Cleared up through neutral ice. One-on-one for Hain. She tries to angle in towards the middle, but Hain's there and takes that puck away and throws it around the near side boards. Picked up off the half wall by Beam. Number 9, Colette Heim, Battles a couple of Bengals, but Lindsay comes away with this one. Pokes it up ahead, gets it taken away. Comes back to her. Lindsay from the right side face-off dot. Tries to put the lean on. Now Geyser from the half wall. Takes it back behind the net. Looking for somewhere to go. Nobody picks her up. She'll hit the brakes. Hasling centers it out front. That one was up in the air. Lindsay couldn't get a shot, but she'll dump it back down into the corner. Nice little touch pass to herself. She's tied up behind the net now. Taken down. Bengals not getting those calls now. They called a couple quick penalties early in the game. They've kind of held off as Beam patiently waits and dumps this one back into the zone. Now Geyser from the corner. Tries to get in towards the net, walks it in, takes a backhanded shot, kicked away, centering pass, and the goalie gets that one covered up as we've got to catch up the shots on goal. 25 for the Bengals, 6 for the Huskies. How's the camera, Ma? How's the hand? Cold? She knows what I go through every single game now. Liebens. Back to Keogh. Keogh back down towards the corner. That one got intercepted on the half wall, and Andover will come out with it. But Keogh pokes it away. Now Liebens from the right side. She puts the lean on and takes the player down, but loses the puck in the process. As that puck's deflected high into the air. Back to Keogh now. From the top of the circle. Shot, and it's deflected and hits the top post. Back out front. Steiner with a backhanded shot, and it goes right into the glove. As Steiner was licking her chops. The goalie snags that one. What's that? I'm just pacing everywhere, woman. Can't stand still. I can't stay warm. Cave in far side corner. Andover comes away with a face-off. Bengals poke this one away. Still holding it in the zone. Now Caven fires it off of the far side wall. Down to Liebens. Liebens centers it up front. Steiner can't pull the trigger. Steiner center back up top for Caven. Caven goes off of the blocker, deflects above the top of the net. Now Liebens, she might have checked herself that time. Fired back towards Danny. Danny worked that one towards the top of the slot, got it poked away. She battles back, had a possession for a quick second. Now it's to Steiner. Steiner looks for Liebens. What a pass. Liebens with the shot and a kick save. Nice pass by Steiner. Another scoring opportunity for the Bengals there. Up 5-2 with just under 9.5 to play in the final period. Now Thackeray for the Huskies gets it across the line. That's Caven, dumps it back out to neutralize. They bring her back in. Now Mack steps up with it. Here comes Mack on the left side. She's got Beam crashing towards the net. Nice little move by Mack. Comes off her stick. Dumps it over in the near side corner. As the Huskies try to bring it up on the right side, but Geisler and Beam are there. There might even be another one in there. You never know where Ainsley is, especially standing next to Georgia. She can be hard to see. Huskies come away with it, 2-on-1, back check by Beam. Pokes it away, centered out front. And that one trickles in on net, and Fulton will cover that one up, 8:50 to play. Face off to Amelia's right side. Nice job by Georgia to step through on that face off with that loose puck. Ooh, takes a slash to the back of the legs. I'll hear about that one later. Back up towards the line, dump down towards the front of the net. Bouncing around in the slot, they'll take a shot, misses to the right. Now Geyser's tied up behind the net. Nice job by Fulton to poke that one away. Centered up front, up to the top. Shot towards the net, not going to get there. Fired again, it's loose behind, picked up by Hasling. Hasling fires it off at the far side wall towards Kill, but there's a defender there tying her up. And now we'll come back to the near side for Geyser with 8:15 to play. Oh boy, that was nerve-wracking. Tip puck in front of the net, but we'll clear this one out to neutral ice as Bexley gives chase on the far side. Andover dumps this one back in, up to Geyser's stick now. Weaves through a little traffic, gives it to Andrews. She'll bring it across the line. Top of the slot, shot by Andrews, in on net and kicked to the far side corner. Shot 28 for the Bengals. Beam tries to get one in towards the net, but that'll get poked away and picked up by Andover as they bring this out up on the near side. Excuse me. Emma tries to fire one towards the net, won't get there in time. Back towards the line, this one comes out to neutral ice. Keogh turns around, fires it up the wall. But Andover gets a hold of this one and dumps it in deep back behind Fulton. Picked up by Keogh. Andover in a change. We'll go to the far side towards Caven. Gets a hold of it, one-on-one. Nice little move by Caven. She'll get tripped up. Draws the penalty there. We'll get a tripping call on the Huskies. 7:09 to play in the game. Bengals up 5-2 with 7:09 to play. Power play here for the Bengals. Lindsay, Steiner, Keogh. Not sure who's on the far side of the ice though. I'm blinded. I believe that's Hasling. Might be Caven though. Dump back towards the line. This one just trickles out. Mack will get taken down. Picked up by Lindsay as Keogh gets it in and dumps it in deep. That's not Keogh, that's Hain. Those two, number 8 and 9. We got to switch the numbers. Now we got a penalty coming on Andover again here. We're going to have 5-on-3 hockey as a slashing is called. I believe that is number 16, Sophia Giacomini. Shot in the dark on that last name. 5-3, 6:45 to play. Minute 6 of 5-on-3 hockey. Back towards Mack. Over to Hain. Hain dumps it back down low, far side for Caven. Caven back up high to Mack. She'll dump it into the near side corner. Steiner throws this one in on net, and the goalie will hold on to that one. 6:31 to play. Keogh dumps this one back behind the net. 42 seconds remain. Lindsay slides one in on net, but that one gets loose back behind now. Tied up, picked up by Caven. See if we can get this one back up high. Here we go. Over to the far side for Mack. Mack flips one in towards the net. Gets kicked to the corner. Steiner pops this one back up high. Andover being extremely aggressive. Lewis in front, tipped around, 13 seconds remain, a 5-on-3. Centering pass gets intercepted again by Andover. Great job on Andover's 5-on-3 here. Hain, loose puck, goal! Bengals will capitalize on the 5-on-3. They might get both out on the box. They might have been 5-on-4 at that point. 6-2 Bengals. They're going to leave her in the box. Nope, they're going to take her out of the box. That goal was 5-on-4, I believe. So the Huskies will be back to full strength, finding themselves down by 4 goals with 5:38 to play. Maddie Caniff will take the face off for the Bengals. Slides back to Geisler's stick. She'll step through a bunch of traffic. Here comes Georgia up the middle now. Out to the left side, slides through. Quick chip shot for Geisler. Backhanded shot, 2 shots, no good. Beam fires it past the left post. Dump back down low. Liebens will get there. Gets her tipped away just before she could get to that one. Slides up the near side boards. Geisler holds it and dumps it back in deep, back behind the net. 5 to play. As we have a loose puck in the near side corner. Liebens centers it. Loose in front, backhanded shot. Chipped away and chipped out to neutral ice. Lindsay will get credit for that goal. Couple of assists there by Hain and Caven. As this one gets tipped in by Kill, chased down by Liebens on the far side. She gets there, gets a hold of it, gets tied up behind the net, tied up nicely by a defender. Beam will slide herself into the wall. Loose puck, Andover taps it out the wall, back towards Geisler. Kaiser slides across, far side for Kill, holds it just inside, and she'll chip it into the far side corner for Beam. Now Kill, looking for a backhander. Couldn't get a hold of it. Whew, Kaiser's got long arms too. Holds that one, and that's going to be a tip puck. That shouldn't be an icing. They're going to call it on the Bengals. 4:08 to play in period number 3. Face-off, far side corner. Following the 12A game here on the North Arena, we've got the 12B hosting Rogers, a non-Andover game today for the 12B girls. Over on the South Rink, Blaine D. Mites Blue will be playing Andover, and then at 2:30, the 10B2s host Pine City as the Bengals get caught offsides. 3 o'clock here on the South Rink, we have the Blaine Rogers U15B hosting Buffalo for that game, followed by JV at 5 o'clock and varsity at 7 o'clock on NSPN.TV. Bengals way offsides there. We'll get another offsides. 3:33 to play. Bengals up 6-2 in the final period. Got about 20 windows open on my computer here. Hopefully we're still streaming. It says we are. It says it's poor. I don't know if that's true or not. Can't trust these computers, you know. Fired in, back behind the net by Keogh, chased down in the corner for Steiner. Steiner works it around a player, floats back to Hain, quickly fires it in on net, and kicked off into the corner, picked up by Andrews. And Keogh. Dumped out to neutralize by Andover, chased down by Kinsley Hain. And she'll fire it off the boards on the far side, and she'll find the stick of Ainsley Cave, and she'll work her way around some traffic on the far side, gathers it back up, goes for a centering pass, bounces all the way through towards Steiner. Steiner's centering pass is intercepted by Andover. They'll toss it out to neutral ice onto the stick of Keogh, and she'll dump it in deep and back behind the net. 2:30 to play in the final period. Geisler out the bench, holds one in, centered out front, backhanded shot off of the stick of Lindsay. And that one gets covered up. Lindsay pulls this back to Geisler. Geisler whiffs on it or something. I can't see the corner. She's got it back. She'll dump it back in down low. Still battling. Liebens is there to give her a hand. Liebens wraps it around the net. Look to center that one, or that one will come off of her stick and picked up by Andover. Dump back in by the Bengals. Dump back out by the Huskies. Now Beam crosses right up the middle. Fires off a shot, and that'll get blocked before it can get to the net. Ari Lindsay from the face-off dot. Goal, Bengals, number 7. And I believe that might be a Hattie for Lindsay, or even goal number 4. I can't keep track anymore. But the Bengals go up 7-2 over to Huskies with 1:46 to play. Okay. Uh-oh. Huskies right side, get a shot off. As I predicted that one and had it on the scoreboard too soon. The wife called me out for having the wrong shots on goal.
Number 29, Ari Lindsay.
It is a hat trick for Ari Lindsay. As now Emma Andrews finds Steiner on the near side. Nice little move by Ellie. Top of the slot, back to the right side. Steiner fires off a shot, and it goes off of the chest into the glove, and she'll hold on. 1:14 to play. Got to give my props to the head coach of the Andover Huskies, Melissa Volk, bought some trophies for all these games here. We got, I believe it's 10 total games against Andover today, so we got some nice little trophies for the Bengals to hold on to here. Back towards Hayne now. She'll go cross ice onto the stick of Kill. Kill, bring it across the line, works towards the middle, flips it down into the corner now. Looking for a centering pass. Flip, little speedster. I believe that's number 4. No, that's number 2. She'll fire this one wide right. That's Ellery Peach for the Huskies. 36 seconds remaining. Bengals staying undefeated on the day against Andover. Andrews hits the brakes. Looks to dump this one into the near side corner. Beam down low. Behind the net, centered out front. Goes off a skate. Still bouncing around, and a shot there by Caven. Just missed left. Nice move by, I believe that was Beam in the corner. Back up to Hayne. Dump back down towards the far side corner. 5 seconds to play. Come on down to Fogarty, 5 and 7 o'clock tonight. Varsity JV against the Huskies. Can't make it down. Tune into NSPN.TV to catch it live as the Bengals take down the Andover Huskies 12A 7-2. Thank you for watching Geyser Hockey here on the old interweb. First time on YouTube TV. We'll catch the handshakes and the trophy. We'll probably get the coaches there. We got old Neil Verhaus, Matt Caven, Brad Keogh, and Emily Verhaus doing the student coaching this year, helping out with the team. Fulton likes her camera time. We better get Amelia there. Bengals 7-2 over to Huskies.
Please come see us here at the Country Box to grab your trophy.
We'll get them collecting their trophy here in a quick second. And we'll try to figure out how to shut off YouTube because I don't know how to do that yet either. Matt. That's Matt Caven. NM. And the Bengals head over to the score box, collect their trophy. That'll be a traveling trophy for these teams going back and forth over the years is the plan. Andover's going to host the varsity games next year, and they're hoping to do another rivalry type day against the Bengals. Thanks for watching Geyser Hockey on YouTube Live. Have a great day. Oh, yeah, I'll catch you later.